Have you seen the new Lilo and Stitch?
Me Stitch.
I did. And boy, oh boy, it was okay. It was. And I'm doing fine mentally when I say, Disney, you made a live-action remake I didn't turn off halfway through. And that's why, sans any financial consultations, I've decided to pour our life savings into the Disney Corporation. I mean, look at all that green.
Overnight, ABC pulling late-night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel off the air.
Growing backlash over Disney's decision to pull comedian Jimmy Kimmel off the air indefinitely.
It's fine. We're fine. Don't worry. So what if our livelihood is directly tied to this little ticker, and the success of this movie would greatly help us financially? That does not mean that I'll give it an overly positive review, because I gave it an honest watch. Except for the fact that maybe I watched it dishonestly, but I didn't get my whole movie experience through TikTok reviews.
I didn't even watch the movie.
I didn't watch the original 5 times in a row and then watch this. I didn't spend hours going through old merch, rewatch the TV show, the 3 spinoffs, the anime, the Chinese anime, and then watch this. No. I know you liked the original as a kid, but I gotta say, Chris, I kinda like the new one. Because if we're gonna be critical of these movies, we have to give good faith, open-minded reviews, instead of worrying about your childhood being erased, or your net worth for that matter. These things happen. It'll bounce back. But it got me thinking, how does the original Chris Sanders' Lilo and Stitch hold up? And how is it different? By the way, if you're one of those review merchants and you've heard bad things, shh, don't tell Chris. He'll be watching for the first time. Besides, I'd argue the anger is a little bit misguided, because the problem is nothing new. But first... No. So, for the one person who's never seen Lilo and Stitch, very basically, the space government arrests mad scientist Jumba for mishandling research and creating the monster Stitch. This one's Stitch. But unable to play nice with other aliens.
Show us that there is something inside you that is good.
I didn't teach you that.
He's forcibly removed by this scary orca and exiled. But being a living weapon, he breaks free, pursued by Jumba and Earth expert Pleakley, and crash lands in Hawaii. The focus shifts to the Hawaiian government, inspecting the home of Nani, who's been mishandling the care of her younger sister, Lilo?
Oh, Lilo!
This one.
Your knuckles say cobra.
And to stop Scary Man from taking her away, Lilo and Nani take off, with boy toy David in tow, to look for a job. Lilo, in her own right, is something of a troublemaker, licking and biting and fighting as she acts out against bullies and her sister trying to mother her, their parents having passed somewhat recently. Of course, after wishing on a star for an angel to be her friend. These two animals are united, Lilo now less lonely, and Stitch narrowly evading capture. Together, they get into various Elvis-related hijinks, but only cause Nani more trouble. Eventually, Violent Whale joins the hunt for Stitch and takes Lilo. But Stitch, now seeing Lilo as Ohana, or family, rallies the troops to go save her. In the end, Big Fish blows up, and the gang are granted a space exemption, and also an Earth exemption, and Lilo and Stitch get to stay the end. You'll notice the parallels between Lilo and Stitch that I slipped in. Slightly exaggerated, but that's the overall point. Lilo is just as ostracized as Stitch is. It's 2 stories about not always fitting in or feeling wanted, but having that one place where everybody knows your name.
My name Stitch.
Even if it's a family, you have to build yourself.
I found it all on my own.
I mentioned Ohana. The idea of Ohana, at least in the film, who knows what it actually means in Hawaii, is all about family, community, stuff like that. No man left behind. And this concept becomes a motif throughout the film.
Nobody gets left behind or forgotten.
That helps bind Lilo, who has no friends and is downright weird, with Stitch, who's brought into existence and immediately labeled as problematic, a troublemaker just like Lilo. And yet they're able to become Ohana. That's why we here at Disney believe that family is key. Now here's John Cena to tell you about our family bundle.
Stitch, we got a lot of content to stream, so let's go out there and have some fun.
Kimmel supporters protesting outside Disney, saying the company caved to political pressure.
For the phrase cancel Disney Plus since ABC suspended Kimmel's show.
I don't mind with how things are, because I have you, Chris. You're my Ohana. And for a family plan, all you have to do... Again, with China? Well, they have Ohana over there too, so try again. But it's only this concept of family that is able to civilize a rabid Stitch and stabilize a depressed Lilo, which is a really underrated part of this film. For Disney, Lilo is weird, like dark weird.
My friends need to be punished.
But also like weird.
Aren't they beautiful?
But she's bullied for it. And this is before like Inside Out or whatever, where they subtly tackle the mind of a child. The film is also different, not just because of its heroine, but the setting and world. After Disney's insane 90s run, this is the first big hit that's current.
Gotta get to work. Stick around town and stay out of the roads, okay?
I mean, by Disney standards, it's not olden times, it's not fantasy worlds, it's not magic lamps or myths and princes and princesses, it's Hawaii. Modern day Hawaii, centered around the context of a dwindling native culture.
Well, who wants to work at this stupid, fakey luau anyway?
And while there are standard PG movie threats, there's also like Child Protective Services, with director Chris Sanders commenting, "We wanted to eliminate the concept of villains and heroes, and focus on the subtleties of human nature. Thus, the dynamic of a struggling family is made much more real than some other Disney films." Aw, Bambi's mom is dead, or whatever.
Wait.
Huh? But it's fine, because I'm a deer. It's like, no, mom is dead, and you're not my mom, and we have no money, and the United States government wants to shut us down. It also has a unique style, with Thomas Schumacher, a VP of Disney Animation, only greenlighting the film on the condition that Chris Sanders' art style be used, saying, "It has to look like you drew it."
Please, there's a Swami.
The Swami idea. We have a pet trading day, free day to trade pets for something better. And completely faulty research is very faulty, so a Swami is a reasonable thing to trade a dog for.
This oddball angle carried over to the marketing as well, with the promotional poster being all the other Disney characters eyeballing Stitch for being a nuisance, with the tag, "There's one in every family." I mean, Aladdin's really giving him the stink eye. There were even massively popular TV ads where Stitch, entering other movies, unceremoniously crashes into,
Get your own movie.
or straight up steals spotlights.
Oh, Bobby.
Hey! Get your own movie.
Oh, okay, that's why he was... And by the way, this is the kind of nostalgia I like. A not so subtle wink and nod to the past before showing something new that's also gonna be fun.
Hey, that's not Simba!
Even that didn't tell you what the movie was, but it told you you wanted to connect with the character, and we knew people would connect with Stitch if they had a chance to.
I mean, this trailer cleverly introduces Stitch being unruly, and more central to the film, the concept of not feeling like you belong.
Get your own movie.
And even in his own, this is a feeling that begins to plague Stitch.
Lost.
And some of my favorite scenes are of him just trolling around looking to be included. And yet, while the kids are rooting for Stitch, you're also kind of scared of him. Him and Lilo too. They're so volatile and rowdy, it makes you cringe and laugh and cringe again, seeing them fail to play it straight. But boy does it feel great when, at the end, he's able to pull it together just long enough, with everyone's help, and live out his life as a family man. And if you didn't know any of that, seriously, give Disney some blood money and just watch at least one of these. I'm begging you do that. But all in all, it's my favorite Disney movie. I love that. Oh, I forgot to talk about the remake. The ending is different. Lilo doesn't get to stay with Nani. It's more like this. And here's the thing. If you only watch 5 seconds of a TikTok, all you'll hear is...
The live-action Lilo and Stitch ends with Nani surrendering custody...
Wait, let me just slow that down real quick.
ends with Nani surrendering custody of Lilo to the state in exchange for the Hawaiian government covering the cost of her health insurance.
Nani gives Lilo to the government to get health insurance. Like she's trading her so she can get her pills. No, that's not what happens. For goodness sake, you animals, learn to Google. Leave that darn app for once. But at first glance, it is kind of weird. So how does this happen? Well, in the live-action remake, every change stems from this one huge difference. You see, it all starts with Nani's first scene where she drops this. That's it, that's the big change.
What?
Tell me, girls go where to get more knowledge?
Your acceptance letter to your dream school magically taken out of your trash and appearing in your bag at your place of work? Ooh, that's a sign, girl.
You stop with this.
That's right, this Nani had a dream. And you know what that means? To make time for that dream, we need to cut some stuff. So, no King Shark, he's getting folded into Jumba, who's now the villain. And also human sometimes. Pleakley too, but... It's a shame because while Lilo's perfect and the rest are serviceable, Zach Galifianakis sucks. Just flat out sucks as Jumbo. Not even an attempt at an accent.
Aloha and mahalo.
Oh, you're learning.
Worse, Zach's normal voice, it just doesn't fit this big round dude.
Okay, 626, very clever.
No, this is not me nitpicking here.
Come on, what's the big deal?
What? Oh, come on!
Bailiff!
Wait! No, you can't do that!
What? The Chinese anime has a better...
Oh, hovercraft this time.
Okay, but I think we cut enough scenes now to... Nope. Cut the drag scene. Was it even drag or just an over-enthusiastic disguise? Could it be said that that's what drag is? Whatever, just cut it. Not even for time, it's just if we do it, then 2-bit YouTube reviewers will be like,
Are they making fun of drag?
And I know we're cutting a lot, but don't worry. Take my word, as a 3-bit YouTube reviewer, this is to get Nani to college. So, let's cut some of Stitch's solo scenes too. You know, the ones I really liked because they're good.
Lost.
Also, all the really funny slapstick gags.
You shouldn't play with guns.
Oh, what's up?
Thank you. Oh, I just remembered, it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Merry Christmas.
It's not Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
And instead, let's do the modern kids movie thing, where the kid has to always be involved.
Who is May May and Pei Pei?
That's Mom and Papa's room.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Take the fights, for example. In the original, it's mainly Stitch getting hit by every single thing, and then throwing it right back. It's not like the new one has bad fight scenes. It's just, you're doing a remake. Why fix what isn't broke?
Stop it or else.
What are you gonna do?
Just a side note, I said I liked this, so that should tell you something about Disney's other remakes. But, okay, with all those savings, if we just add another 20 minutes of runtime. Okay. With all that saved time, now we can do that Nani storyline. So here we go. Nani wants to go to college for marine biology. But she's stuck in her house raising Lilo and warding off the government inspector, who has been split in two. There's this idiot, who they insist on name dropping.
Special Agent Cobra Bubbles?
Just assuming you've seen the first movie.
Your knuckles say Cobra.
Agent Cobra Bubbles, CIA.
Oh, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, he's useless compared to a very motherly social worker, who casually mentions 3 requirements for keeping Lilo. A full fridge, bills paid on time,
and third, file for health insurance for you and Lilo.
Got it.
Wait, health insurance?
Health insurance.
Got it.
Health insurance for when I kill you!
An hour later, and...
See the front and they'll run your insurance. Okay?
Uh-oh. What?
Still, no health insurance.
Got it.
Well, the government will take care of it, but...
It means that you have to officially relinquish guardianship of Lilo.
What would that look like?
I'm excited.
Yeah, not only will Lilo be fine,
I love that song.
she eventually even encourages Nani to go to school.
You're so smart, Nani. I think you should join the Marines.
The end. Except, due to America's history and the role that the state has played over the decades of separating indigenous families, and Hawaii's history specifically, where, long story short, the queen was basically forced into giving the whole kingdom away, I get why Nani giving Lilo up might touch a nerve for some.
I'm also from an island that's experiencing an extremely similar phenomenon, so this hits a little too close to home. But this is so insanely upsetting to learn that now I have to prance about the room in rage.
Especially those who are indigenous.
It'll look a little something like this. What the fuck?
And I'm sure that's where most of the complaints are coming from. But as I said earlier, I think the anger is a little bit misguided because the problem is nothing new. This is not the family separation propaganda you think it is. Call me naive, and I'll call you cynical. Family separation propaganda is as crazy as it sounds in 2025 for Disney to do. I just think it's more of the same. Stories pushing for... No, dude, come on, don't make it say that. What, do you want our stock to tank too? Okay, that works. It's women in STEM propaganda. No, seriously, think about how wanting to go to college is a huge change to Nani. It alters the backstory and motivation of a main character.
She was smartest in her whole class.
She doesn't seem that smart.
You're so smart, Nani.
But now that I'm hearing it a second time...
Oh, this is how she trained. She was great at it. And she had a whole room full with trophies.
You better pay attention, man. This is what saves you in about 30 minutes from... But yeah, we get it. She's an athletic genius whose talents are quite frankly wasted raising you. So marine biology might make sense, and this would be the appropriate ending.
And for a remake to frame the appropriate ending of the story as having the sisters be separated and Nani abandon her lifelong home to support her lifelong dreams of moving to mainland USA is maddening.
But she's not just abandoning her for fun. It's directly tied to wanting to go to school.
It's antithetical to everything the story that it's attempting to poorly emulate stood for.
Except that's not what the story stood for. I understand that people will attach to movies differently. Ask people from China or the Middle East what Mulan and Aladdin means to them. But Disney usually uses, or misuses, cultures as backdrops to tell universal stories. Like finding where you fit in. At a 1997 retreat, that Disney VP suggested they produce a film that would be the
Dumbo for our generation, meaning what could be a smaller movie, but no less simple or heartfelt than any of the big movies.
And that it was okay to look under rocks for smaller stories as well as the big ones.
Huh, Hawaii. I never thought of that.
They're not minimizing Hawaii, it's just that it's not the focal point. So while it's true that
the original Lilo and Stitch was a tale following two indigenous Hawaiian sisters that were fighting with everything within them to remain together and survive, while living within an occupied island where the cost of living is constantly expanding due to the interference and presence of people not originally native to it.
All of that is not the main theme. It's the backdrop to the greater story we talked about, finding where you fit in. Now, being pushed out of your own culture certainly sets the stage, and adds stakes, especially when not conforming can get you in trouble. So, I do agree that the native Hawaiian culture is the heart of the film, and is what makes Lilo and Stitch great, especially the conflict between native and tourist, which was intentional messaging as deleted scenes show.
Hey, kid! Where's the beach? Hey, speak English? Which way to the beach?
Oh, look! A real native!
Attention, tourists! Prepare to die! If you lived here, you'd understand.
So, admittedly, this interplay is dashed, not because of some greater cultural erasure, but when you add in this college girl thing, which is not just a backdrop, it's another competing main point. They try to explain it with, Ohana means no one left behind, including me, so get an education. But they just say,
health insurance.
Health insurance?
Health insurance one too many times for it to not be its own thing. And the result is, it starts with, of course a girl would want a career as a marine biologist. Of course her dream school is probably in Cali. Of course college is a no-go given the parentification of older siblings. Therefore, to be a free woman, she has to make the best choice for herself.
It's remarkably insidious, infinitely worse than what happened in the original, because in this iteration, Nani barters Lilo off.
No, again, she's not bartering her.
Indigenous girls in the United States have exponentially higher rates of physical and sexual abuse in the foster care system. And while though Lilo goes to a trusted neighbor and David, Nani would be aware of the risk of what she would be subjected to.
Wait, go back. She leaves her with David and his grandma? David, this David.
What if Lilo came to live with us?
What, does Nani not get to rely on her Ohana? Risk? What risk? If having a safe family friend for foster care is too much of a fantasy, what the heck do you think the original ending was? Aliens! Several aliens! They just met, aw, one big happy family. No money problems now, so infinite vacation. Stitch, who just, what the volcano? Is this not a risk? Of course it is, it's fiction! Fantasy! So what are you talking about?
I didn't even watch the movie.
At the end, Nani even portal guns home just to visit Lilo.
Good night, sister.
Good night, sister.
Greetings, listeners.
I think they were just trying to get Nani to go to college. But listen, I'm not picking on this one person. I actually think it's great that people speak up about how they feel so we can peel the layer. Well, some people liked the remake, despite its differences.
I like you better as a sister than a mom.
Yeah?
Ouch.
That's it. See, Nani hears this and is like, I'm your only family, so them's the breaks, kid. But Nani hears this and is like, let's find you another mom. And if this is what your modern Nani is, this end makes perfect sense. A lot of the structural changes to the story make sense. But to say it's family separation propaganda and ignore that it's also college propaganda feels a little bit weird. The conflict between girl boss and government boss is unavoidable. So the takeaways don't go to college? I don't know how to end this.
Kimmel will return to his late night show tomorrow.
Disney is bringing him back on the air tomorrow. ABC says in a statement
that we made the decision. Oh my God, we're back in the green. Thank goodness we don't have to sell the house. I mean, technically it is exactly where it started, but Lilo and Stitch
did so well that Disney just announced next summer they're releasing Guillermo and Stitch.